I was a Swedish kid, and I'm gonna say my story.
I mean, I can't believe this happens.
I really do. I can't believe too. No, I really didn't see it. Like, we've been talking a lot now, and that's why we suddenly put up the camera. It can be a fun video. Yeah, now we are laughing at all the pictures online. It's like I think it's just funny. I never experienced it really.
No, I mean, Anna must say this. They always treated your
they
friends
really nicely.
No, they did really, and then. I mean, even they were paying for hotel, like when they were going somewhere together at the amusement park, like, so they thought it was conspiracy, like they think how, you know, like they were thinking about how, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was just a stupid, like stupid people on the internet, like spreading and talking. And then when I see more and more, I see like sometimes it happens maybe. So I asked all my friends, have anyone seen this? And they're like, what? No, like, man, like, I see on the internet now, everyone is talking, like, never seen anything.
Swedish knows that this is a really popular topic too. Since
you started to say like, it's so popular in Korea now. Like, I was like, it's a stupid thing. Like, it's not true. I've never seen anything like it. But now I see more and more, and everyone is talking. Even Swedish newspaper was writing, how is it like it? And when I read more, I see some stories, and when I'm thinking like really hard, like how was it when I was a kid, like some I remember some stuff like when like neighbor kids we played like usually we were outside, and then when it was time for food we run out home to eat at home, like maybe he go home and eat, and then in late it's my turn to home and eat. And I think neighbor kids in the same street, like just the next house, if we were in his house, then maybe then it happened, like they were eating and I was expected to go home, like nothing. So maybe then, when I really didn't think much about it.
Normally, like they don't stay till the dinner. Seems like they, Swedish school finishes.
It's pretty late,
Swedish school finishes early.
Yeah.
So you just have snacks. I mean, your parent.
Like a normal day. Like I don't know if I started like 8 o'clock school. So before that, I did breakfast in home, and then 8. And then around 12 is school lunch, like everyone eat the same lunch in Sweden, is like included free. And then around 3 o'clock I guess I finished, if I remember, little different ones. And then we go home to a friend's house, and usually we eat some sandwich and stuff. And 3 o'clock, so then it's like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and I don't know. It's so different from house to house. Some eat little earlier and some eat little later. And if some eat earlier, I always got included. And if my friends were like, I think we ate it later, maybe 6, 7, if I remember. So hard. It's like, like 20 years or something ago. And so my friends always got food, and of course, if they sleep over, they get everything, like food. And you saw someone say they don't get pillows even. Like,
someone said that they had to bring their pillow and the blanket, and they were sleeping over, and they didn't get any breakfast the day after in the morning. That's total bullshit. Like
anyone here would think that's crazy.
I mean, maybe there is people like that, but it's very, very few
it's
people.
It's not like it's a cultural thing.
No, it's not cultural.
When I see more and more, it seems that online that some people talk, it happened with my friends. I think maybe some regional, like some area, like.
It's like so it's like maybe Hannah like go to her friend's home and she didn't get any food. Then I really think like, maybe these people like don't wanna give, or don't expect any food too. Then maybe I don't give them food. Then maybe it's like a spam circles. Like how does it work? Like if I feed the other people's kid and my kid don't get it back, then I'll be mad,
Yeah.
Then I will be like, I guess they don't expect from me too then, So maybe that's like bad circle in some town or something.
No, I really don't. I've been reading a lot now, so I see some stories, like sometimes they happen, and I see almost everyone agree with me, what I see at least, that of course you give. And it seems like maybe it was, I was growing up in the 90s, and me and my friends say we didn't notice this, and maybe older, like 80s, I don't know.
The anthologists that we're talking about, like I saw the news article, like he said like Swedish had so long winter, and then they have to save the food for whole year. So if you give to if you give food to like randomly to other people, then you don't have enough food for the whole year. That's why it's like a culture but this is sort of version because even the poorer countries they give food. And then he said instead of giving food they were giving coffee, so that's why Swedish fika culture is so strong. But I don't really agree too. Poorer country they share.
I mean, I got shared too here, so I don't think it's a thing.
But I'm just trying to understand why they don't. People
why some family will do that. When I really trying to remember, so neighbor kids, and I was visiting, if I count all the times, I mean thousands of times visiting friends, and I think I have one memory that's the closest maybe, and suddenly I visit him, and we were up in his room and playing, and we were playing games, and then he was, I think it's really hard to remember because I didn't think much about it, and then he called oh, it's time to eat, so he was going away, and I was in the room and still playing. And I was expecting, I don't know if I said though that I'm gonna eat later in my home, and I was thinking I'm gonna go home and eat with my parents. So it happened one time, I don't feel like it's a cultural thing, so I can't say that it's normal. But if I think about all the times I visit my friends, and that time I was playing games there, and he was going away, eating 10 minutes, and came back again. And it's not like I was sitting there how could he, I'm never gonna come here again. So I don't remember much because I didn't think much about it. But it happened one time, if I remember.
I think Swedish people don't take kids seriously. They don't take food seriously. I feel like they
definitely more in Korea. That's one of the biggest things I noticed in Korea. Everyone is so important to say when you're hungry, when they really much talking and thinking about food, and and when I came to your mom, she gives so much. It's a very big difference, I think. I think
here I feel like people just eat to survive.
I don't know if it's that harsh. I think Korea is very extreme with food and mukbang and stuff, it's not,
I think Korean is living for the food, and I think Swedish people are eat to living. I don't know. That's what I feel like.
But of course everyone likes to eat yummy food, so I wonder. But there is some difference, I think.
And the funny thing was, the anthropologists were talking there's jantelag. So
some people. Man, I wonder if that's true. What I saw, some.
I think they were just trying to find a reason to why.
That's what I've been trying for 2 days now, thinking too. My friends, is it because he was poor, or is it because he was, neighbors close by him? And someone said jantelag, you shouldn't show that. There's a Swedish thing that you shouldn't show that you are better than someone or richer than someone. Everyone is same. Everyone is valued the same. And
so there was.
So if you are giving food to someone else, he what I saw that he was saying, I don't agree at all. Just saying that. And what he said was that if you feed someone else's kid, it can be you're showing you can't feed your kid, so I have to feed your kid. I think that's stupid. So I never seen anyone talking or thinking like that. Men, that's what I saw someone say.
And on the Facebook, the Swedish Facebook, what I saw there was some popular answers why someone saying because the dinner time is the family time, it has to be quality time together with family. So the other kid has to spend their quality time with his family or her family. So that's why they don't give. But it's total bullshit.
It's not I don't think almost any Swedish would agree with that.
But
every family is so good.
But we can't say that this is not happening. This happens.
When I see online, I never seen in my life or my friends. When I read online, I see that sometimes it happens.
That's why we saw the not English community. We read the Swedish community that's strictly written in Swedish. So Swedish people talk. So
some people said it happened.
It's just really shocking to me because the other reason was so they plan whole week's food, and then they have to have like the leftover to the lunchbox the day after, and then why don't they share like like they can eat 70% food, and then all the Swedish family have sandwich stuff. There's no Swedish family who don't have sandwich ingredients in them, so they can eat the sandwich together.
I think Swedish people would agree with you there. If there is some weird families, I guess. Like, I remember when I was
common too, like
that's common, I would say. Do you know anyone? Do you know?
I don't know anyone.
I don't know anyone.
I mean,
my parents, like, you've never seen anyone.
But I have like some Swedish, like international, like couples, like us, and then when they ask their husbands, like it happens, like many times he were out of so it happens. So I don't really understand.
I don't know then.
So
I
think I got really culture shock here because I don't know many Swedish people, but I don't come to think of any of them who do that.
You know lots of people.
So
you don't have the feeling that people are trying to keep the food or don't want to give it to kids.
No, never. I never felt like that. No.
So like, you've seen lots of people.
And I feel like people, like on the Twitter, like they talk a lot, and then so they put together the horrible stories. Then it seems like it's normal.
That's what I thought too. I was reading like hundreds of pages of flashback, like, and I see some is saying story, and some I even wonder if it's true, like saying they didn't get breakfast for the whole night, or like after a whole night. I really anyone would think that's crazy. But if you take all these stories and put it on one page, it looks like horrible. I think so too. But we saw show the stories there.
We'll ask you if it's true or not. Okay, there's a story. As a Swedish child, you are not allowed to use the normal toilet in a friend's house. You have to ask the father in the family for bajstunan, a bucket with plastic bag over it. After you shoot it, they tie the bag and you have to take it home and throw it in your trash. Is this true? Can this happen?
I never heard anything like this. I don't think anywhere on earth is like you have to ask the father to put it.
I think this is like I don't think this really happens.
I think some people is having fun with this thing.
Like
it's really fun to like in Sweden right now. Even I think it's funny to read all this stuff.
Okay, another story. Me and college roommates were invited to Swedish friend's wedding in Spain. We took a day off, bought the flight and hotel, attended the church ceremony. Then we were told to go walk around the city while the family had a wedding dinner, and to come back after a couple hours.
So they had a wedding, and only the bridesmaids could eat, and
like
the guest had to walk away and then come back.
Yeah.
So the family was eating.
Maybe only friend had to go away. I don't know.
Never heard anything.
It's like total bullshit.
I mean, all the friends there would of course talk shit about them and like
Can this happen with you?
I've never heard about this.
Someone were saying like they had to bring the pillow and the blanket when they were sleeping with my friend's home. That's not. I don't really think that's normal too.
Never. I had so many sleepovers, never. Like it's crazy.
Never. No.
But I mean, even if. I guess maybe there was some family that only had pillows for themselves, so they said, "Oh, can you bring extra pillow? We don't have for everyone." I mean, now we are new. I mean, suddenly we're getting a kid, and maybe we're getting one more kid. And I can imagine if we only. I think we don't have enough right now blankets, extra blanket. Yeah, we have them, and if we have more kids, I can imagine if it's one for everyone, and then maybe they could ask like, "Oh, can you bring one? We don't have."
That's understandable.
But I never experienced that.
But that's not normal too.
I think maybe one time when if it was lots of kids coming to, like if we had a LAN party, like five boys coming to one house and everyone's gonna sleep, then they can ask, "Oh, can two of you bring pillows so we don't have that many pillows?"
Then that's understandable.
And it's not like you're not allowed to touch our family's pillows, like it's our pride, like we don't want your bacteria. Like, don't touch our toilet, don't touch our pillows. Like,
you have to take your shit back.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
I think really some people are trying to mess it up. Like they wanna have attention competition maybe.
Maybe, or just having fun or trolling. It seems so big right now, so it's.
This is a really popular topic because everyone in Korea got shocked, I think.
Yeah. When some stuff bringing home the proof, like can't people think for themselves? Like if it was like that, it would be a huge news long ago. That's crazy.
But this story that they were feeding kids, I feel like it's a really shocking news too.
I'm surprised too. I don't know, but yeah. So what do people say?
I mean, that's what I told you. You have to wait when other friends eat, and then when you suddenly meet someone else's home, so when they're eating, you don't get any food,
Yeah. When I read on Sweden communities, I think everyone today what I'm reading is agreeing that's weird. And some people have some memory that back in the 90s or 80s.
And yesterday we read about the parents who didn't give food to the and then someone commented din jävla snore by that.
Oh yeah, there was one guy. He was talking what did he say exactly? I don't know. He was
teenager boys.
I said there come so many teenager boys every day to our house. I can't feed everyone, so it's one guy said like that, and then someone said, "Oh, din jävla snore, din jävla snorgubbe or something. You should be happy your kids even have any friends."
And then someone was commenting enjoy your funeral with fancy funeral with no guests.
When you're on your deathbed, you can smile thinking about the few thousand you saved on not feeding your friends' kids.
So some Swedish people, this is not normal too. They don't understand.
Not to anyone.
No.
I really don't think anyone today think it's normal, and some people have memories. I'm trying. I don't know everyone, so I'm just talking about my friends and my family.
Yeah, so this is story that you based on your experience, your knowledge. So it's not it's not representative.
Really, that's right.
Yeah. But there's some of the stories that is really over exaggerated. I feel so. Just they trying to have fun.
Yeah. Really.
Would you give food to Hannah's friend when they
come over? We already been talking about this. Even before all this, we talked they're gonna be so happy to come and try your Korean fried chicken. That's how I remember too. Which houses after some time which house which parents give nice snack or everyone is so it's a different culture in each family. I feel some family it was common to just take ice cream or get sandwich for yourself, and some cooked. It's so different from each house to house. My friend said one of his friends he always when they were playing in his house he bicycled home to eat. He ate at their house and then he bicycled home to eat, so he had 2 units. That was funny.
So it's not for some people maybe they think we are trying to defend Sweden that
I'm just trying to say
we are really talking about our knowledge. So we are not trying to defend any. It's different between town to town, friends to friends. I think some people it was normal for them to not get food many times.
I think.
But I got really shocked. It can happen to some people.
I don't know. The one time I experienced it, I didn't really think much about it. It was I was there to play games. I was happy I didn't have to talk with his parents. And my brother a little bit. We can talk small about the story. Kind of forced to it.
He had to eat there.
It wasn't yummy. It was forced. But no one was watching us going in and throwing it. And when he was asked how much do you want to eat? Do you want 1 or 2? Oh no, I'm not so hungry. 1 or 2? One.
So it's not. They give food.
Yeah, of course. And food and sandwich and fika and saft and ice cream and I don't know what to say much. My friends are shocked and I'm shocked and my parents are shocked.
Other ones were thinking this is conspiracy. How this can happen? So I guess we can make conclusion that based on our experience and knowledge. Your experience mostly. That's not normal.
Well, like you said, in Korea, it's super cultural to like when you meet, like, oh, are you hungry? Like, how do you eat? Like, with that that's not really.
Yeah,
good,
like let's eat together sometime. Like that's like a normal thing to say. Like when you meet someone on the street, oh, let's have a meal together sometime. Like you know.
Yeah.
So it's like a huge thing in Korea.
Yeah.
Like it's a really different.
So I think there's some cultural differences. And,
but still, this.
I don't think.
Yeah, this thing wouldn't be accepted in any culture. I don't.
Nah, like.
Yeah.
Not like a kid sitting on the room, like I'm so hungry, like I don't know, anyone would think it. I would be mad if it happened to Hannah, and I don't think
I would be very mad, yeah. Okay, let's finish here then. Hey, go.
Maybe if someone have any questions, if we said something interesting, if in the comments you can talk and we can maybe respond again.
Yeah. Okay. Was fun.
Ja,